Right, so what we're going to look at here is eating round the weekend, right, and tactics to reduce your calorie intake. So this can be done over the course of a week. So this video I'm just going to show you at the weekend what I would typically do, but this can be done over the course of a week by gradually reducing your calories each day. But I'm going to go into here like what I would generally do if I had a night out or a meal out and I didn't want to go over my calories, right? So you'll see here, right, normally you'll see in the last video I would have porridge in the morning. What I'm going to look at here, right, is I'm going to have 2 scoops of protein and an apple. That's what I'm going to have, right? And that would normally be after a training session. So I would normally go train, get a training session done. This is if I know I've got a big meal out that I can't really get out of. And then after the training session, right, what I would have is this is where it's important to look at. I would actually have double the serving of chicken that I would normally have with some veg. The reason being, what normally happens at the weekend, see if we're going out, our protein intake drops massively, and this is where hunger and stuff starts. So see if you look at what I'm trying to do, right, with these meals, is I'm actually trying to tick protein and fibre, getting more fibre in. So that's where like the sprouts, the apple and stuff come in. And if we go into nutrition, you'll see that that's me pretty much hit 100 grams of protein. And generally, if we go out, as guys, we normally order a meat-based dish. So that kind of would take us up to where we're trying to get protein-wise. So if you look, we've at this point 500 calories. Most of your calorie intake's probably going to be 2,000 or just over. So it leaves you about 1,1600 calories for dinner that night. Does that mean you can have a free-for-all? Absolutely not a chance. This would probably allow you to have a starter in the main, but what you need to be careful of is when you start venturing into chips, all those kind of things, the calories will still tot up really quickly. Say if I was going to be going for an Indian, what my kind of choice would be is I'd probably just pick a starter one, like a nice decent one I normally have, maybe like chicken chat, or maybe like something like kind of like the tandoori starters that you can get that are like maybe the chicken, the lamb, and then for my main I would have like a tandoori sizzler with like a naan bread, plain naan, and it means that you're not sitting like a weirdo, you're not like, and this stuff generally it's cooked in clay ovens and stuff like that, so you minimise the amount of oil and stuff you use. When we start venturing into full curries etc, this is when things get hard because they're cooked in all sorts of oil and butter. So that's kind of what happened, and that's why we would want you to kind of keep a lot of calories. In terms of if you know you're going to go mental, what we would do is look at deducting calories from other days. So we'd potentially say your calorie intake was 2,000, get eating at 1,750, 1,800 for the rest of the week. That would give you an extra kind of 1,000, just over 1,000 calories to play with. However, the danger with this is you can get really hungry during the week, which can be a bit of a disaster, and this is when things can get out of control at the weekend because you just get so hungry that you end up losing the plot, eating everything in sight, and you still end up going over those calories anyhow. So we would recommend just generally being smart day to day. When we do this, things become a lot easier. If you've got any questions about this, give us a shout and